Later in life, Neale became a deputy sheriff and also a tax collector. What an oxymoron. Imagine a local policeman being a tax collector. That's William Neale for you, but he was a very good tax collector. In 1812, the United States got into a war with Great Britain. It was a war that cried out for patriotism. Like his father, William Neale was that kind of man. Americans were hugely outnumbered. It sounded like a sermon to death. Difficult days lie ahead. It was time for Neale to leave everything behind for the honor of serving his country. If you're a son of a patriot and the president calls for you to defend the honor of your country, what are you going to do? You just have to volunteer. As a good tax collector in Pulteney, 47 men volunteered to go and defend their country if only William Neale will be appointed to be their captain. Away from home, Neale had an agreement that he will be writing regularly to his wife. An excerpt of the letters he wrote to his wife reads, "Dear Lucy, have you departed this life? Or are you so engaged that you could not devote 1 hour in a week to your humble servant? The following are the words you wrote me not long ago, to wit, if I'm alive. I shall write to you weekly and put a letter into the post office every Monday morning. Ever since Wednesday noon, I have been dressed in mourning. Shall I ever see my Lucy again? I have often exclaimed, ah no, she could not tell me a falsehood. She must be dead. What can I write if she's gone? I cannot write anything. She cannot hear me. I can only write to my children, into whose hands I hope this letter will fall. Dear children, you have lost your mother, and but a little while and your father must follow." Interesting and yet pathetic. Here is William Neale, a highly intelligent and self-taught individual, wrestling with his fate, had eventually concluded that God is not involved with the world. Like Neale, many of us struggle with the belief in a personal God. At times, those doubts may seem overwhelming, but God is not done with Neale. Now, he is caught in a battle between the United States and Great Britain, and he is facing a fight where he expects to lose his life. What will happen in the Battle of Plattsburgh? Let's find out in our next episode.